Hi, I'm Lita Leapins.
And I'm Jim Gordon.
And welcome to another edition of Our City Tonight.
Well, folks, we are back at the Whistler Village. Lita, for the first time since December of 2019, it is so nice to be back.
It sure is. And in this episode, we're going to check out the Whistler Film Fest, as well as a really great place to eat here in Whistler.
We'll also talk to some of the folks that are involved in the festival. Before we go any further, on behalf of our viewers, what is with the hat?
Well, Jim, I just thought I'd fit in with the locals, you know?
And I don't see anybody else wearing a frog hat. Looking around. Yeah? No? Okay. Well, while Lita and I and her hat check in at the Blackholm Lodge where we're staying, you watch this. Well, it has been 2 years this week since we sat with this man at this table in his restaurant, Caramba. We are back with Jay Paré, the owner, pal. It is, we missed you last year for obvious reasons.
That's right, that's right.
But good to be back with you here at Caramba.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks, Lita.
And always a great cocktail list here, as well as a great wine list. But
Absolutely.
We are going to look at a couple new cocktails.
We've got a few new cocktails. Yeah, the fun thing about cocktails is to make them, you have to keep trying them until you get it right. So one that we've perfected is going to come right now, and it's our lavender sour. A lavender Empress sour, and this is how we will present it at the table.
With Sarah. Thank you,
Oh, Sarah, very nice.
Nice.
That is gorgeous.
So if you smell that, what do you smell? You get a little lavender in that. So it's an
completely.
it's a lavender smoke. So we have a bunch of different flavored smokes. Lavender goes well with this. Obviously, since it's the Empress gin, which is a lavender gin, a little lavender syrup, some egg white shaken, and that's how we present it.
That is beautiful.
There you go.
Okay, we have something that it's going to break Sarah's arm, I think, as it comes into frame here. Sarah, come on.
So again, having a lot of fun.
Wow.
On our play with Caesars.
Oh my God.
Caesar drink. This is our jumbo Caesar. Triple Caesar. Always a triple.
Yeah.
Garnish is 2 beef sliders, deep fried pickles, and lots of other garnish. Caesar, celery, and lemon lime, and a lot of fun. So we created this first for our happy hour, and it's just taken off so well that we have it all day long. We serve.
Jeez, I can't imagine how it took off, Jay.
It's a meal in a glass.
It's everything there.
That's right. That's right.
Wow. Very.
Jay, we'll mention a few other cocktails you've got going here. We're going to be mentioning throughout the show. You've got a spectacular happy hour here that we've enjoyed every time we've come out to town.
We do.
Yeah, cocktails a big part of that?
Awesome, big part of it for sure. The Jumbo Caesar, people come in for that. A great after skiing, summer patio drink for sure. We have a sour section to our menu. We do Pims, we do jugs of Pims, all discounted at happy hour. This goes for $27 normally. It's $22 at happy hour.
Oh, that's a great deal for a whole meal.
It is.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Sometimes, it's great.
Wonderful.
Hey, this is great, Jay. It's wonderful to be back here. You've got a new restaurant, which we're going to mention a little later in the show, and we'll be filming at that restaurant, and you'll see it in our next episode. But we're going to come back a little later, and Jay's going to step out. We're going to bring his nephew.
My nephew.
Who is also his partner here. James will be back to talk about some great food you can get here at Caramba.
Well, we're having a great time here in Whistler.
We sure are, Lita. It's good to be back, but we're going to head back to Vancouver to check out another edition of the Brickbox Moment.
This segment is brought to you by Brickbox, the streaming service from BBC and ITV, offering unmissable British entertainment in Canada and the US.
Well, we've left Whistler for a little bit. We're back down in Vancouver at a restaurant, Lita, we've been hanging out at a lot over the last 3 or 4 episodes. It's Hydra Restaurant here in the Exchange Hotel.
Yes, and now it's time for more British telly. Well, like we did in our last episode, we are going to cover the best of 2021 for Brickbox. And we're going to start with a series called Crime, and it's based on the novel by Irvine Welsh. Crime follows the story of Detective Inspector Ray Lennox. Now, this is a man whose clear sight is as much of a blessing as it is a curse. When a teenager goes missing, the town is in complete fear. The police department fights with itself. A hero's lost. He's tortured by his own demons. And all the while, watching and waiting, a brutal killer is poised to strike again.
This stars a familiar face both in Britain and in Hollywood, actor Doug Ray Scott, who was in a whole bunch of stuff over the last 30 years, including Mission Impossible 2, Taken 3. Also Ken Scott, who I love, a character actor, older guy, old school actor, who was in of many things, including The Hobbit. He was in all of those. Lita, this is the first of several male leads we're going to talk a bit about who have just baggage spilling out of the closet. We don't want to give away a lot, but I love this character too. This takes place in Edinburgh, so you've got the beautiful, if you've been there, you've got the beautiful kind of conflict between the beauty of that city and what's going on
Oh, and
in
I
this
have
show.
to mention the accents can be a bit strong at times, but it really does add to the authenticity of this show.
Yeah, this got us, I think you said when we started to watch, it was like, wow, they jump right in.
Oh,
with this.
completely.
So there's no
Yeah.
build up. So yeah, look for crime. Okay, we're gonna go from Edinburgh to Brighton, beautiful city on the south part of England, and a show called Grace.
Yeah, and this is a story of Detective Superintendent Roy Grace, the namesake of the show. And we viewed the first 2 stories in the series, Dead Simple and Looking Good Dead. Detective Roy Grace has given his life to his job, and when the drama opens, his career is at rock bottom. He's been exiled to running inquiries into long-forgotten cold cases, while the disappearance of his beloved wife, Sandy, still haunts all of his thoughts. Now, following another reprimand for his very unorthodox methods, Grace risks being moved from the job he loves most.
Another character like we just talked about with Doug Ray Scott's character, Ray Lennox. This is a guy that is going against the grain of all the people he works with are going, please, please stop doing this and this and this. But he's haunted by a lot. We don't want to give away that either. But I love this actor, John Sims, familiar face on British television and movies, Life of Mars. He was in Doctor Who as well. Again, the cities in England, if you've never been, and if you have, you agree, are so beautiful. It juxtaposes what we're seeing of the ugly side of humanity. And I love this character again. I love these guys they're like lone wolf kind of guys.
Yeah,
like
and that's what we've been seeing a lot of, and it's
Yeah.
very interesting to the storyline.
It is, yeah. Look for Grace. It is available now. Well, we're now going to go to something perfectly timed for the holiday season. Our friends who grew up in the UK in the 60s and 70s talked a lot about that. Ghost stories at Christmas. This was quite a tradition back in the day. It was always great to scare the kids on Christmas Eve before they go to bed and on Christmas Day, that kind of thing. Well, we've got some spotlights again on something that has come back thanks to writer Mark Gatiss. Brought back some stories by M.R. James, who was a writer of the early 20th century. Some great stuff that has been reimagined, including one that you and I loved, half-hour show called Mezzotint.
Oh, definitely. This scared us a little bit. Now, it focuses on Mr. Williams. He's a curator of the University Museum in Cambridge. He receives a mezzotint from a London art dealer, and the story that unfolds is so, I have to say, creepy. Wow.
It's not long.
No.
These are like little half-hour shows.
It's great. It's great. And I'm not so familiar. The only one I sort of grew up with was A Christmas Carol, and there's all kinds of renditions of that, and it's scary in itself. But this one definitely outdoes that.
This is my kind of scary too. There's not gore or anything
No.
like that. It just gets your imagination running. Look for that. There's some other great ones you can check out, including The Dead Room, Martin's Close. That is all right now. It's great to see this old tradition brought back. It's ghost stories for Christmas.
Well, from scaring you to making you laugh, and we're not talking about the hats, but
Yes.
those are pretty funny. We had to really convince Jim to do that. We have great Brickbox Christmas special.
Lita, I'll tell you, there's certain things the Brits do really well when it comes to entertainment and TV, and one of them is panel shows. The first one we're going to talk about came on the air in 2005. It's called Mock of the Week. This is their year-end special. This is a show that consists of comedians and stand-up comics, split into 2 teams, 6 panelists. They talk about the news of the week. This show, there's some inside stuff if you don't know a lot about British politics, but for the most part, it just will make you laugh. Really enjoyed the show.
They're very funny.
Yeah.
They're witty. They're quick. It
Yeah.
it just flows so So great.
Yeah, more panel shows. Lita, what do we have next?
We have QI, which is stands for Quite Interesting. This has been on since 2003. This is their Christmas special. Again, a comedy panel game, very popular in the UK. And Jim?
Got another one here. I like this guy, Rob Brydon, who you may know from the Trip 2 movies he's done with Steve Coogan. There's the Trip to Spain, Trip to Italy.
Love those.
Yeah, he's the host of a show called Would I Lie to You? They got the Christmas special. This show's been on since 2007 as well. Another great show, and I love Lee Mack, who's one of the guys who appears on that show as well. Hey, we go from panel shows, but still with the holiday and Christmas theme, Lita, and a show that has been on since 2011. It's a fish out of water called Death in Paradise. This is a cop procedural drama, but it's set in the Caribbean on a fictitious island, and they've got a Christmas special as well. Look for Death in Paradise.
Well, lastly but not least is gifting. We're well into the swing of the holiday season, and with everything from thrilling mysteries to iconic comedies, you'll know from our segments that BritBox has something for everyone, Jim.
That's right. Actually, check it out. You can get years subscriptions. We have so many friends who have been asking us about it because they love British programming and they've been seeing us talking about it. It's a great gift idea, even if you get it after Christmas or into the new year. You can find more details at BritBox.com. We'll have even more stuff that you can look at in the closing credits. Lita, that is our last BritBox moment for 2021.
Yeah, and we'll be back in the new year with more BritBox moments.
This segment was brought to you by BritBox, the streaming service from BBC and ITV, offering unmissable streaming British entertainment in Canada and the US.
Well, Lita, let's go from Heat Restaurant here in Vancouver back to Whistler. Well, Lita and I are taking a little break where we've been making home for ourselves in lovely rooms here at the Black Home Lodge in Whistler. You know, we're just looking on the other side of the camera at beautiful vistas. You're looking at them right now. Guys, Benny, Rita, thank you for hosting Lita and I again this year. We wanted to do a little spotlight on you guys because your location offers a lot.
Yeah, and it's been a while since we came back up here to visit you guys. And just to reiterate, this really is the heart of the village. It has made our stay so convenient but so comfortable, and the rooms are gorgeous. Tell us what's happened a little bit since we've last seen you.
Well, since we last have seen you, COVID.
Yes, that we just do
And
know.
because of COVID, we've had to step in and take over the management of the hotel. So basically coming from retirement and having to take it through these times, you know, with the shutdowns. And we also, as owners, were able to take advantage of the shutdowns to do some renovations, repairs, and a lot of things that when you hire a regular management company, they don't really pay attention to the details and stuff. But as owners, you have a real passion for the building, and all the owners in this building really do love it. This is a fantastic building. It was built in '79. The architecture is fantastic. As you said, the rooms are spacious. They have a real lodge feel to them. And we are the absolute center of the village, with the village being built around this building.
Yeah, we're looking at some photos from, I think, the late 70s, early 80s, which we showed 2 years ago when we talked to you, Rita. And it's just shocking how tiny it was then. Benny, over to you. We want to talk about just a little more on what Rita said about just improvements you brought to the lodge. You can offer a pool now, things like that.
So we just did a new amenity, which is a brand new hot tub, which is, we designed it, Rita's bring all the tile from Italy.
Oh goodness, yes, we know your touch there.
And also, it's brand new hot tub, also brand new pool. We tried to renovate it, but the municipality, they say if you touch it, because our pool is the deepest in the whole Whistler. Yeah. So it's 7.6. So, sorry, Rita. Yeah. So we decided, no, we chipped the whole pool, we plaster it, and we put a new drain, also all brand new pipes. So literally it's brand new pool.
Yeah.
And we added gym, new gym. Yes, brand new gym. So that the whole thing, it was grand opening, it was on July 2021.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, Jim and I didn't get a chance to use the amenities. It was enough being in these gorgeous rooms, honestly.
Yeah, let's talk about the one we're in right
Yeah.
now, which we're looking at. Sleeps, you said, Rita, 7?
This room sleeps 7.
2 floors.
It could sleep 8, but we need to get another pull-out
Yeah,
bed
yeah.
for it. But it's originally 2 suites that was put together. But it's a very convenient suite when you have families that want to come, maybe the in-laws and the stuff, and it offers 2 bathrooms.
That's nice. And you can separate the stairs from the in-laws, which is
Yes,
And a lot of people
Nice.
stay here, they think it's very cozy, particularly this apartment.
Well, it's cozy, a good word, but it's also so roomy. So you're not having anyone stepping over you. Even in our rooms, just incredibly, with the high ceilings, it feels like, I think what Rita said the last time, it's an old school experience of coming to Whistler. You feel like you're in a chalet.
And as Rita said, we are the location. So this is location, right?
yeah.
Liquor store is right there, not even 20 yards.
Liquor store, grocery store, yes.
Supermarket is right there. A drugstore is right there. So
It's incredible, and also a great coffee shop too. And you've got a Raxi beside you. It's just everything. Everything is just perfect.
This. I mean, we're up here working this week. It may not look like it in the show, but we're actually working. But we were saying to you before we went on camera, we'll wrap up with this. It has really assisted us with our tight schedule this week to be in the center of the village. Hey, we will have everything you need to know about Blackcomb Lodge, the original and the heart of Whistler, in our closing credits. And Rita, Benny, thank you again for hosting us this year.
Well, we're back here at Caramba, and we are now with the chef, Chef James.
Hello.
Excited to see what you've put out here for us.
I recognize several of these dishes, and I'm doing my best to keep my hands off them, James. Let's start with the pizzas, which you guys have been around a long time, but this is really what I first heard of Caramba. It was about your pizza.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously we got a wood-fired oven, 100% wood. And so it's a little unique that way. And our dough is a natural dough. It's a sourdough crust, so it's all completely, no commercial yeast, nothing in it. It's a three-day process. And we basically stretch the doughs to order. And so it's a fantastic thing. It's all about the crust. And the toppings are, obviously beautiful, but subtle.
Interesting that you have a dough starter that actually is older than you.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, there's a lot of rumors about this starter, but my baker, who's amazing, has used it since he started his career, and he got it from somebody that used it when they started their career. So it's been around, and so it's fantastic. We have a name for it. It's called Tina.
Yeah, it's sort of like a kombucha, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's similar.
Yeah.
You're treating it like it's part of the family.
Absolutely, we feed her every night.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have a very good sense of what this is, and it's something I've only tried once.
Right. Okay. Well, so I mean, spending some time in the UK, I fell in love with the Scotch egg. It was one of those things I just loved, and certain places do it, and it's amazing when you can find one. And as we're European comfort here at Caramba Restaurant, I felt it was perfect fit for the menu for an appetizer. And ever since we put it on, it's been a seller. It's been amazing.
Well, tell us what exactly is it?
So basically, what a Scotch egg is it's a soft cooked egg, cooled. Then we peel the skin off of it, the shell, and then we wrap it in a sausage filling, and then penne it, so bread it, and then fry it for about 30 to 40 seconds just to get a little color on it, and then finish it in the oven to kind of cook it through.
Do you want to just cut through that? Are we doing that?
Sure. So let me just cut through it for you.
Well, that's fascinating. I've actually never had one. But actually, you're telling me it is not gluten-free anyway. So the guys will get to enjoy that.
The guys will get to enjoy it. But yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, we use a nice organic egg. This is a chorizo filling that we're using, which has a little bit of spice. It's not super spicy. It's just a little bit of a kick, and complements really well with a garlic aioli and, of course, a little rocket salad. So simple.
Last dish over here.
Last dish. Again, another starter that, Caramba's known for calamari, right? Everyone comes to calamari. People will be thinking about it when they're coming up the highway. We love that. We embrace it. It's my favorite thing to eat when I come in the restaurant, so I get it. But again, we're always looking for things to kind of expand on, and this is another item that we've really showcased well at Caramba. And basically all it is a whipped ricotta. So it's, we make our own ricotta cheese. We whip it with some, good quality olive oil, honey, a little lemon juice, and some salt. Voila, done. And then served with our sourdough bread, which is very similar to the sourdough crust, actually. Different in its own right, but Tina still is part of both roles here. And then again, we just serve a little olive oil and some honey on top, some smoked sea salt, and it's just a great little spreading item.
Delicious.
Yeah.
I have to do a shout out to one of our friends who actually comes up here to your restaurant for the salad dressing.
Shelley, if she watches this all the time, she comes up here for the food, of course.
She loves all of your food.
The salad dressing is the thing that she craves and screams at you and Jay about.
We better give you some salad dressing and bring it back to her.
I would like that.
Don't tell Shelley.
Thanks, James.
My pleasure, guys. Thank you.
Well, Jay has jumped back into James's seat to wrap things up. And Jay, let's talk a bit about the restaurant. As we mentioned at the beginning, 2 years ago this week, we were sitting with you.
That's right.
And now we're back again.
We're back again. Welcome back.
Very excited to be back. So tell us, any changes, any... Well, we've noticed, actually.
Well, you noticed. We refreshed the room just recently, just last month. We completed a redo of the color change, added a lot of features. Room looks great. We're really happy with it, and we're ready to get roaring into our winter Christmas season.
Gorgeous feature wall that you've added there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, as we're filming this, we are just a few days away from the height of the holiday Christmas season.
Right.
Before and after. Regular hours, happy hour.
We're regular hours. We're Monday to Friday from 3 o'clock on. Our happy hour is 3 to 5. And that is every day, because on the Saturday, Sunday, we're open at 1 for lunch.
Yeah.
From 1 o'clock on, but still 3 to 5. Our happy hour is taken off. It's
you do have one of the best happy. You have for a long time. We've been filming here for 2 or 3 years now, and it's always been a great happy hour. So we have ignored this food long enough of yours, Jay. We should say, hey, in our next episode, folks, we're going to visit Jay's other restaurant, Quattro. That'll be coming up, which is just about 100 yards from here, so it works out beautifully. Jay, thanks for having us back again. Good to be back.
You're welcome.
Okay.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Well, another day, another red carpet. Lita and I are taking a brief break from all the fun and the films and the red carpets, everything. We're here with the executive director of the Whistler Film Festival, Angela Heck, joins us. This is the first time I'm actually meeting you after all these years. Talk a bit about Whistler 2021. We were not here last year. It was virtual last year, of course, and good that it was. But I'm seeing a lot of people back, and they seem to be like Lita and I, where they're happy to be back.
They are exceedingly happy to be back. I mean, we've seen so many smiling faces here in the last few days. It's there's a complete regeneration and energy and spirit. You know, it's been a challenging a couple of years really,
Sure, yeah.
And it's just been joyful.
You certainly check off all the boxes in terms of what you do now for the festival. 20 years in the film and TV and entertainment business. You've worked with CBC, you've worked with National Film Board, jazz festivals. You're also a doc producer. What did you want to do when you came in here to take this job?
Well, I wanted to really build on the strong foundation that's already been established. At 20 years, we have a really great track record of alumni who've gone on to do amazing things, and as we're entering our 21st year, we're really on a trajectory to grow the festival to even greater heights.
It's great too, because we do, Lita and I do cover a lot of festivals, and they can't help but get bigger and bigger, and sometimes people go, I don't really like that. This festival has really kept its core value, and talking to a lot of filmmakers this week, they all love the opportunity, and it's great because it's so sincerely there as it was 20 years ago.
It really is a filmmakers festival, and we make it a point to really support our strong Canadian independent voices. We had a major milestone this year as well, where we have finally achieved gender parity. Mm-hmm. Over 50% of our films were directed by women or non-binary individuals, and it's been a pretty amazing trajectory to get us here. The filmmakers are having an amazingly intimate and just really collaborative and kind of organic experience here, and it's been, again, amazing.
We're up here for like 3-4 days, whirlwind, seeing lots of films, talking to a lot of people, but we're going home. We're in early December when we're filming this, but you guys are going right through to the end of December, and we should say you're here 365 for people that want to know more.
We are, and we are here online right through to the end of December and across the country as well. So if people are loving the films and they want to tell their aunt in Newfoundland, please feel free to do that. And we are doing online programming. We also have a really strong talent program where we're developing new and emerging voices and a lot of professional development that happens year-round. And we really take that kind of three-pronged holistic approach to everything, where we're developing the talent, we're introducing them to the business and creative connections that can take them to the next level, and then we hope they come back and showcase their films here.
We appreciate you taking the time with us today. I know you're very busy. It's been great talking with you. It's Angela Heck. She is the Executive Director of the Whistler Film Festival. More details on the festival and all that coming in our end credits. Angela, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Well, we're back here at Hydra Restaurant in the Exchange Hotel to wrap up this episode. Lita, it's our last episode of 2021. We want to thank Mark and Claire and the rest of the team here at Hydra who have welcomed us into their restaurants the last few months of 2021. We'll also be back in here early in the new year, but we have some other thanks to give before we go.
Absolutely, and we're so grateful to so many people over this past year, 2021. But a couple shout outs, one for me. My best friend Lisa, thanks for all the support this year. And of course, my mom and dad, who even watched the repeats of our show.
Wow. Very nice. Hey, speaking of parents, thanks to my mom and dad, we should send a special thank you to my mom, who is also a very top businesswoman and does a lot of work. She's our associate producer on this show. We could not work and make this show work without her.
Yeah.
Thank you to Florence. And
big shout out to our wonderful production engineer and director, everything, cameraman, Mark.
Editor as well. Editor is the big one. Yes.
Yes. Keeps us in line.
He's over there, and is he asleep? No, he's awake, actually. No.
He's the one who tries to make us look good.
And he does a good job at that, and that is no easy feat. Mark, thank you for everything that you do on the show.
Referee, too.
Yes, when we fight, which is quite often, about which tie I should wear and whether I should wear a Santa hat. He always jumps in to referee. Okay, we should also say to you, we're going to go out, whatever holiday you celebrate, as long as you're having a wonderful, warm and loving holiday season, that's great. If you're celebrating Christmas, we're going to go out with a singer that we love. She was on the show this year. She will be on early again next year with some updates on her music and touring. We're going to leave you now with some moments of Stacey Kent and a lovely Christmas song. For the last time in 2021, I'm Jim Gordon.
And I'm Lita Leapins.
We'll see you on the next edition in the new year of Our City Tonight.
Sleigh bells in the air, beauty everywhere, Yuletide by the fireside, and joyful memories there. Christmas time is here, we'll be drawing near. Oh, that we could always see such spirit through the year. Oh, that we could always see such spirit through the year. Christmas time is here.